Mike Rippey, left, and his brother Chuck searched through the ashes of their parents' home in Napa, Calif, on Tuesday. The couple, who are 198 years old, died together on Sunday. WilsonTh New York Times want to get this briefing by email. Here's the sign up. Good morning. Here's what you need to know. 0% contained. That's how one official described the two largest fires in Northern California, which have consumed more than 52,000 acres in wine country. Blazes have stretched almost the length of the state, leaving at least 17 people dead and many missing. Every piece of vegetation was gone, said one man in Napa who went looking for his father's cat. Even the barbecue melted, and that's built to take heat. A boiling river of wine flowed underneath smoldering debris at the Paradise Ridge Winery in Santa Rosa, Calif, on Tuesday. It is unclear how much of the season's grape harvest has been destroyed by the fires. Josh Edelson, Agence France-Presse, Getty Images. Here are updated maps and before and after photographs, and drone footage from Santa Rosa showing block after block reduced to ash, a growing condemnation. Gwyneth Paltrow and Angelina Jolie are among the actresses accusing the film producer Harvey Weinstein of sexual harassment. This way of treating women ends now, Ms. Paltrow said. Here's a list of some of his accusers, and their stories. On Tuesday, The New Yorker published a report describing harassment going back decades and including accusations of sexual assault. Any allegations of non-consensual sex are unequivocally denied by Mr. Weinstein, a spokeswoman said. The whole island is critical. Nearly 3 weeks after Hurricane Maria, 40% of Puerto Rico lacks running water because of a blackout affecting 85% of the island. The shortages are putting the sick in mortal peril, and exposing others to infections from contaminated floodwaters. Declaration of Independence, sort of. Prime Minister Mariano Rajoy of Spain is set to decide today whether to suspend the Catalan government after a confusing speech by its leader, Carles Puigdemont. Mr. Puigdemont appeared to proclaim independence for his region on Tuesday before immediately suspending that decision to allow for dialogue with leaders in Madrid. A crowd gathered outside the Catalan Parliament building in Barcelona, Spain, on Tuesday for a speech by Carles Puigdemont, the region's separatist leader. Samuel Aranda for the New York Times. New Yorkers get into an argument. Mayor Bill de Blasio withstood a barrage of barbs during a raucous election debate Tuesday night. The mayor, the favorite in the race, is a Boston Red Sox fan, one opponent said. Here are 5 takeaways from the debate, which included some truths and half-truths. Relieved of duty. The Navy has removed the 2 top officers of the destroyer John S. McCain after a collision that left 10 sailors dead. And the Salt Lake City Police Department fired an officer who handcuffed a nurse for refusing to allow him to draw blood from a sedated patient. The Daily, your audio news report. For today's show, we talked to one of the women who has accused Harvey Weinstein of sexual harassment. Listen on a computer, an iOS device or an Android device. Business. Boeing, General Motors and Toyota are among hundreds of companies trying to determine if substandard materials were used in their products, after Kobe Steel of Japan acknowledged falsifying data about the quality of aluminum and copper it sold. Andela is preparing young Africans for software development jobs. U.S. stocks were up on Tuesday. Here's a snapshot of global markets. Smarter living tips, both new and old, for a more fulfilling life. Some vegan diets can be as unhealthy as fast food. Interior decorating. Smartphone apps simulate how that new couch would look in your apartment. Recipe of the day. This iceberg wedge salad's bacon vinaigrette also works on grilled asparagus. Noteworthy meet. A 69-year-old BMX racer. In today's 360 video, Kitty Westhonknauer explains how bicycle racing keeps her young. A new class of geniuses. The MacArthur Foundation named 24 artists, scholars and activists who will each receive a $625,000 Genius Grant. Here's the list. In sports, U.S. soccer fans will have to find a new team to cheer at the World Cup next year, as the men's team failed to qualify for the first time since 1986. Christian Pulisic and the U.S. men's team were upset by Trinidad and Tobago, 21, on Tuesday. Ashley Allen. Getty Images. 2 weeks after defying President Trump, the NFL's commissioner broke with the league's players and said everyone should stand for the national anthem, a broader stage for love. At the New York City Ballet, same-sex duets are providing opportunities for dancers to express themselves in more nuanced ways. Taylor Stanley, left, and Daniel Applebaum are partners in a performance by the New York City Ballet. "I think for gay ballet dancers, you rarely get to be yourself," Mr. Stanley said. Michael Kirby-Smith for the New York Times. Thai, far from Bangkok. Why is such a sophisticated, spicy cuisine often rendered bland? A former Bangkok correspondent finds answers and good news in California. Best of late-night TV. President Trump continued to feud with Senator Bob Corker on Tuesday, and the comedy hosts continued to feud with President Trump. Quotation of the day: reality TV is known for its humiliation tactics and its aggressive showmanship, and also the idea that either you're in or you're out, with momentum building to the final decision on who stays and who goes. Lori Willett, a professor at the University of Minnesota who has studied reality television, describing the West Wing under President Trump. Backstory: Hinda Miller took up jogging in 1977. She found herself in a predicament. The run was great, but what about the bounce factor? Her friend Lisa Lindahl was asking herself the same question. So they bought some bras, tore them apart, and went to work figuring out the perfect support system. Brandi Chastain revealed her sports bra after leading the U.S. to victory in the 1999 Women's World Cup. Roberto Schmidt, Agence France-Presse, Getty Images. Breasts move in a figure eight when a woman runs. The idea for a more form-fitting garment came after Ms. Lindahl's husband jokingly crisscrossed two jock straps across his chest. The sports bra, or jog bra as it was originally known, turns 40 this year. It remained largely out of the public eye until the Women's World Cup in 1999. But after Brandi Chastain scored the decisive penalty kick to give the U.S. a win over China, she dropped to the grass in jubilation and took off her jersey, revealing a black sports bra. Ms. Miller later described the indelible scene, in which her invention played a role. "I saw the exuberance of being right out there, confident and joyous and totally committed and not ashamed of your body, a body of strength and athleticism. This is me. Accept me for who I am." Remy Tubman contributed. Reporting _______. Your morning briefing is published weekdays at 6 a.m. Eastern and updated all morning. Browse past briefings here. If photographs appear out of order, please download the updated New York Times app from iTunes or Google Play. What would you like to see here? Contact us at briefing@nytimes.com. You can sign up here to get the briefing delivered to your inbox. Check out our full range of free newsletters here.